It says waiting for. I'm connected. I'm sending you data. It's sending data. It says streaming. Okay. What's going on here? We have this thing here. So this should be -2 now. Okay, so that one is running. God damn, why are these tools so broken? It's really not that hard. Just let me reconnect. All right, this one we want to delete. It's like all my buttons are broken now on Windows. I can't put my buttons where I want them anymore. No idea. Ah. This is so annoying. This is like the worst feature. I don't want you to not let me reconnect to the same stream. Like ever. I don't think I would ever want that. The music isn't running. Oh yeah, because the whole computer crashed. That totally makes sense, right? No, of course it doesn't make sense. I don't know where it was. Let's just start from here. All right. Got music. We're back in the stream. Of course, the audience is gone because they don't have the new address yet. This one says stream finished because that's the previous one. All right. Let's see if any of my audience are gonna come around to this stream. I can't even send a chat message. It's so sad. Well, I don't think I can. Nope. That's also dumb. Why can't I put something in the chat message? So YouTube kills the stream and gives me no way to reconnect to the stream, continue it, send a message to the people. So Windows decides to poop itself for no reason, frankly. It says a memory issue. I've got 48 gigabytes of memory. All I'm running is Chrome. Even Chrome isn't using up my 48 gigs. I hope. Look at that. A gig here, gig there. No way was Chrome using 48 gigs. Process Explorer isn't running anymore. I'm pretty sure it was running earlier. It was running twice because I closed one of them. I don't know where the second one went. Yeah, so all of Chrome. Look at that. It's not using much memory. OBS is using 5 gigs. God knows for what. All right. Let's see if I can salvage the stream. Anybody who's in the stream, please say hi. I'd like to know if anybody made it over from the previous stream. This kind of sucks. It takes the wind out of my sails. Okay, what was I doing? We were looking at the button handler. We've got that click. Oh yes, I was looking at why in touch mode the click wasn't going through, while on these buttons it is. I'm trying to remember yeah, in fact, I was literally just looking at that window, right? So, web, click, event, touch. So on click doesn't work. So I thought click would always fire. I thought it was mouse down that wouldn't fire. So handle button for both mouse and touch. Like for a button, I really shouldn't have to worry about the input device. Like, okay, for example, if I tap to the button, okay, those events might actually be disabled though. It's ridiculous. All right, for now, let's just add touch start, but the fact that I have to do it feels wrong. So I do this. What's going on? Oh, I need to figure this out as well. Why is this? Okay, there's something happening. This is... I don't remember this happening before. All right, let's have a quick look into this. It's a bit of a sidetrack, but that is a potential issue I need to deal with. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody coming. Oh, hey, Sudoku fan, hi. My stream went to crap. I got a blue screen, and then of course YouTube killed the stream, and I had to create a new one, and now nobody's here. So I'm glad to see you. And usually when things like that happening, that's usually the beginning of the end for me for a stream. I have too many browser windows open. I need to work through them, but I don't have time, so I never get fewer windows because I haven't time to finish the work. So now my 48 gig memory computer is running out of memory and blue screening, apparently. It's ridiculous. All right, let's have a quick look if I can figure this out, because I've seen this for a while now, and for a couple of days, I need to figure this out. So, update HTML replay collect. Why is that seeing this weird garbage data here? So, line 731, it's trying to do an HTML match. The thing is, this is not HTML. So we're hitting this error, right? Type of HTML is type of string. Okay. Which route is this? So, 291. Is this 291? Is that where I have to look? 291. 291 route handler. Okay. So, console.log handle root. Route is this, and the root is match route. Match route is route. Okay, so I don't know if route is a regex or it's probably regex area, all sorts of things, because that's how I usually run. It's down here. So route URL. Okay. So if I do this, is this gonna give me the error again, or is it this time not gonna give me the error? Oh god, it's giving me this for all of these. Oh, now of course it's not giving me the error anymore. Great. Maybe I can do this at the error point. What do I have access to? Short ID, puzzle, replay connect. Let's restart this from scratch. I think it only happened the first time. So I don't know why is it taking so long. Yeah, now of course the error isn't happening. So it's an intermittent error, which is... Or... Wait. So it is for the basic. Why would that be like this? So this is for the basic HTML file. So it's not like any sub request or something. So we can remove that. Why would this be all garbo? So 758. So this is getting called from or modify Sudoku HTML 758. And this comes, okay, we'll have the whole modify thing. Modify Sudoku HTML. We have an error here. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is it doesn't get a match on the HTML text. And that I can fix, but I kind of want to know what's going on here. 731, 758, 167 simple fare. Okay, so 292, 167. So I know it's running through the modifiers. Is it because the data is already encoded? Wait a second. I moved this down here. Resource. Oh shit, if it's cached. If it's cached, I can't modify it because it's encoded. Oh, that sucks. That means anything, if I want to do anything dynamic, I can't do it with caching. Oh, that's a big problem. Hey, Blobs, how are you doing? Gene, I wouldn't be too worried about it. This AI is going to be fairly silly, but hopefully it'll make a few people laugh. And it'll only run for 1 day on the 1st of April. Just in case you were wondering. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. All right, we gotta avoid this error code, but that means my dynamic code injection isn't gonna work anymore. So I'm gonna have to put some notes here to remind myself of this in the future. To do this does not work for cached plus encoded data. All right. And this needs to be this. And ideally, we want to actually skip out on here. Because otherwise, this might just garbage-fy this. So what we need to do is const match m equals this. If m equals no, return HTML. And let's put like a little warning. Console.warn. Unable to parse data, likely encoded / cached. And we'll put in some of the original, something like that. Hopefully that will in the future be enough to remind me what's going on. So if I do this, right, this should rebuild, and then this hits that. Still don't understand why it would take so long. Why would it take so long? Why would it take so long? We should be able to just return this. And that'll be it. Like, if I skip this here, this step, why would the decoding fail? Wait a second. Where's the decoding fail from? Like, what is the problem here? It says 200 okay. Uh-oh. I did a change to the encoding, and unfortunately, my changes to my local server have not been... I haven't been finishing them, so they're a bit of a mess. Okay, so one of the problems was that one of the problems I was trying to fix was that Broadly was so slow that a text file I was dealing with, an 80 megabyte text file, took too long. So I put a limit on the size of compressed and encoded data. But it doesn't mean no resource with given identifier found. This doesn't make sense. Open a new tab. If I do this. So if I restart the server here, and then request this, it comes immediately. But here, I get decoding failed on this URL. Okay, so if I do this, so the data, the puzzle data comes through no problem. If I do something like async, this, console.log, await, fetch, this, and just, let's make it a relative URL, right? Like if I do this, content decoding failed. Now, is it gonna tell us what the encoding is? Or maybe that's the problem, it's not. So request headers, response headers. We need connection, content encoding, BR. So let's see. I think it'll be serve page or serve static. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, the code is in a little bit of a mess at the moment, and I'd like to spend a bit of time next week cleaning that up before I go abroad. But at the same time, I don't want to change too many things. Otherwise, I run the risk of things not being operational while I'm away. So that would also be bad. Wait a second. So if I run this, it's hitting serve static. Okay. So encoding is what? This. Is encoding getting changed here? I don't know. Let's find out. So it's broadly. Okay. So read file with encoding should now get the file data. Since when does this not work? And clearly it works sometimes, otherwise it would never load. Okay. Oops. Can I get one of my test puzzles in here? Okay, so that works. Because it's not encoded, fair enough. What is the issue? And now it breaks. The moment I'm trying to load a puzzle, it breaks. Is my database server not working? What is going on? No, wait a second. I'm just dealing with an HTML file here. This is so dumb. The heck? How is this suddenly broken? I made no change to this. This has been the same code. And specifically, it has been working since after I made the last change in this area. Encoding broadly. HTML. Okay. And then at the end, we got a resource here. Right. Probably not even a big one. If I say string, I mean, it'll be binary. It's compressed. The site works right now, right? I'm not going crazy. Like, the site isn't down or something because this has been working for a long bloody time. So if I look at this, right? We're looking at... Can I have everything, right? We're looking at the base page. It's BR encoded. That's the response. And it's 5,112. And let's look at... So it's 21.7 KB compressed to 5... Whatever, right? 5112. If I look at these... 373 bytes. That doesn't seem right. The frick? So if I disable encoding... Alright. This time it actually loads it. And it's... Why is broadly encoding suddenly broken? Like, the only thing I've added is this, to be able to change the encoding in case the file is large. But these two encodings are both BR, so they don't change. All right, let's see if I try gzip. Content decoding failed. I've never even experienced this error before today. Is there something they've changed? Double compressed. Is that... I don't think that's a thing that happens because the encoding only happens when we're doing read file with encoding. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen when it comes out of the cache. gzip, right? One sec. Let me double await here. I think text, right? Decoding failed. So if I save this, so now it shouldn't be from the cache. And the decoding already fails. But we're getting the read file with encoding. And then somehow frickin' decoding fails. How does that happen? God damn it. Yeah, I'm not using PHP. How does this happen suddenly when I haven't made any changes? And it happened since the blue screen. Now, it's possible that some file got corrupted, right? But I still don't understand which file got corrupted, because the only difference is that I'm running content encoders, which is create broadly decompress, right? So unless my Node.js itself is corrupted... What if I compress and decompress right after? right? So what if instead of this, we'll pipe it through the encoder, and then we'll also pipe it through the decoder. Decompress, boom. So now the resource should get encoded and decoded, and should end up uncompressed in the end. Right? That's how that should work. And then the encoding at the end. So resource is being gotten here. And then the encoding at the end should become nothing. Do that over here. And it comes through. And if I refresh this page, it still stalls out somehow. How? Wait, what? It stalls out on this one now? Huh? Decompression failed. What? Decompression failed. Decompression failed. Okay, so this is an error report for somewhere. So serve static. Decompression failed. Let's get a stack trace in here. zlib 185. We have serve static. Where? Here? Yeah, okay, we did get to resource. So we got to encoding 2. All right, A, B, C, D. So I'm guessing somehow encoding and decoding with the same encode and decode. Sometimes fails or doesn't fail or something. Wait, why did it change to gzip? Oh, because it hits the threshold? Okay. Then it'll fail because it's trying to do gzip. All right, I understand now. Okay. Wait a second. Why is this not getting decompressed? So this should be, is gzip encoded, or is it because I forced the encoding to change to nothing? Yeah. Okay, so I know I can just disable the compression right now, but there's a reason I'm doing that compression, because on my server, that's reduced my bandwidth costs. But I don't understand why the frickin' Broadly compression just doesn't do its thing anymore. Okay, well, I can't fix it right now, so I'm just gonna disable it here for now. But this is pretty bad. I need to clean up this server software. Probably what I need to do is roll back everything to what is on the server right now, and then just start over, reapplying the changes and fixes I've been making. Because right now I don't want to waste the time. Like, I don't even remember where I added the serve page thing. Serve static, serve page. All right. God damn. Yeah, so it's now 6 o'clock. I've got an hour left, and we haven't really made any progress. In fact, I don't even know if... Okay, we've got clicks on the button. Yay. We haven't even shown the dialogue yet. I was hoping to get most of the doing actions and showing messages done in the stream at least. And I'll be honest, if I don't get far enough today, I don't think I want to try doing it, because otherwise I know I'll spend every second on it next week, and I won't spend any time actually preparing for the trip to SudokuCon and making sure my server keeps running for the 2 weeks I'm away, and I'm probably gonna have a disaster on my hands. Okay. Not a great start, I'm afraid. A little bit frustrating, a little bit sad, to be honest. It could have gone the other way. We could have made great progress and had a prototype running in 2 hours. That's what I was hoping for. And instead, I have a technical disaster with Windows broken, with YouTube broken, and apparently my core server tool's also broken. All right, sorry about the negativity. I'll try to change that. Okay, so for now, we just want to pop up a dialogue. So let's have a quick find folder, show dialog. So let's look at like a custom dialog that I'm doing somewhere, something like this. So for now, we're just gonna do something like that. That should that'll probably won't run. Will it? Yeah, no. So we'll have. Let's have a quick look at our notes down here. So we'll set, it's going to be something like SudokuPad AI Self Assistant. Then I'll get rid of all of this stuff. Rid of all of this. Let's put the buttons in there. So we'll do something like this. Don't know what it just did there, but probably didn't paste what I was trying to paste. Something like that. Press the button. I don't have this yet. All right, yes, try system perhaps later. Okay, and then let's put this in here. Let's just do something like children. And then we'll have something like tag P, content, something like that, right? I think. Nope. Copy, not destroy all things. Right? And then we'll do this, this, and this. Right? And then it'll be something like, oh, broken. Token at, which line is that? 53. Missing comma. All right. Now I have to re-enable it because I think it auto disables. There you go. Now to have chosen me, the AI self-assistant. Yeah, we don't need to repeat that. Help you out today. Me. This. I'm wondering if I should put like that in quotes just to kind of drive the joke home a little bit. I think under content that won't work, right? No, I'll have to do it in HTML. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Right. I'll just do that. Do that. 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 And that. Right. Can clean that up in a moment. There we go. Probably strong is a bit too strong. We'll do something like this. I wonder if I can do it with pure CSS by like having both words there at the same time and then just changing the length or something. Boom. Boom. Okay. Step one. We'll like, if I can get everything to work, I can then over the week fix up the text and stuff and clean that up. So the step two would be the UI for interacting with the board. I think the actual actions is probably the easiest thing. The UI is the hard stuff, right? So probably what I want to do is something over the top. We said, or maybe here. The problem is on this mode, I have no guarantee that I have space at the top. And I don't think it's easy for me to make space. Now I can encroach onto this top bar, but again on a phone, it might actually be a bit tricky. Let's go for an actual phone. Most phones will have space there. I mean, the other option is to kind of overlap it onto the board and just have it sort of be a bit transparent. So kind of as it speaks, the lines come in and then they move up and then it just leaves one line there. And we can maybe we can assume we'll always have space for one line just because of the margins around the board. So let's try that. So let's create let's do this for a sec here. Let's have a create text UI. And we'll put that here together with the create button. We'll just fill it in with something. So we want to probably either put it right at the root of the document and then just position it manually. So we can probably just insert it kind of. All right, so let's put something in there for now. Document dot query. So, or just document dot body, I guess. Body dot insert JSON HTML before end text UI EL. Right. And for now, this is just going to be a div, and then we'll style it up a bit. And the div might have a couple of lines of text in it. Well, I just throw something in here. Something like this. Let's use these. And I'll figure out, maybe I'll show them like one word at a time or something like that. We'll give it an ID. We'll probably want 2 diffs. I'll probably need some sort of positioning tool, but for now. So AI as UI. Maybe AI as would be a good internal label for all of this. Let's do some styling here. Position Position absolute. Top is 40 px. Height 80 px. Width 100%. 80%. Background red. Border 2px solid green. I just want to make sure it shows up on screen for now. Okay, insert JSON HTML, doesn't like it. Insert, even though it's exactly what we already used here. Nope, once again, okay. All right, so let's style it up a little bit. We'll probably want to do something like, I was wondering if I could make it semi-transparent and then use the UI color, but I think I'm going to keep it simple. So we're going to do something like this, 32, 32, 32, 0.2. We'll probably want to do something like margin 0, 10%. So that should put it in the center. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay. CSS rounded, border rounded corners, bottom only. So we want round bottom, border bottom. Yeah, so we kind of want to do something like that. So border bottom right radius, border bottom left radius. So if I'll do something like that, we make this 1 rem. Get rid of these. Something like that, right? We'll probably want to have a bit of padding in there. And we'll probably want to have 0.2 rem on this. And then instead of green, let's make it also something along these lines, but darker. So if I make this black like that, and then the paragraphs are in there somehow. So we need to have paragraphs, margin 0, 0. Wait, top right, 0.5 rem 0. So that should give them all a half margin just at the bottom. Yeah, and maybe we can make this a little bit 0.5 rem 1.9, because we need to squeeze into a fairly small space. I'm tempted to overlap it over the toolbar, because the toolbar isn't super important. And then we'll probably need to do something like z index 1000. Right. And then color, we want it to be white. Background needs to be a little darker than something like that. Don't really like it, and I don't know, I'm not sure why. It needs to be a bit different. I wish I knew more about user interfaces. So if we do this, right? We change this to pixel 7. All right, that's not too bad. And we're actually keeping these available, which would be great. Problem is, because I'm using a percentage, that might not really help. Can I maybe not set the height and have it be determined by the content? That might be great. So then the idea would be it kind of adds lines and then they slowly scroll back up. And that way, yes, it might overlap the board a little bit, but not for long. Like, this is not meant to be for long-term use. This is just a short gag. People should get a laugh out of it, and that's it. The rounded corners are too chunky now. At least at this kind of mobile layout. There we go. And I'd like to try to connect this more to what's happening on the board. Like, I'm almost wondering if I can make this box enclose the puzzle, like when the AI sort of takes control. Or kind of have like a border around the puzzle. But then I'm starting to get into the territory of trying to figure out where the puzzle is, which isn't trivial. Maybe I can change the selection color for stuff the AI does. Like, it would be good if what the AI does is completely independent of the user. So it doesn't actually use the user selection. So maybe I'll create like a custom cursor that the AI controls. And then only when the AI actually does something, it just instantaneously generates that action in the undo history. So it doesn't interfere, you know. Let's have a quick look at the AI icon. So let's try this. If I say something like c.ai sparkle icon equals this. Icon AI sparkle. Right? So that should be here. Like that. So that should still appear on the button just the same. And now maybe we can we put it on here? So we'll probably want to do something like class equals text. Something like that. And then we can maybe do something like this. Okay. I think we might be able to manipulate the color in here. Are the icon colors determined by that special fill color thing? I think I usually do this. Stroke equals current color. So if I do something like that and I say, ooh, okay. If I say something like, I think I'm talking about fill here. Fill. Yeah, look at that. And then maybe we can do something like if I do this, and then we'll do something like this. Can I just float it? Oops. I just say float left. Is that enough to make the text sit next to it? Maybe. Or do we want to have that sparkle on every line? Margin left -1. Get it, pull it over to the left like that. So now that's there behind it. Kind of just floating there. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's make it dynamic. So for now, I'm not gonna worry about fading and animation. Maybe I can do it with CSS animations. But for now, I'm just gonna have a function that lets me add things in there. All right, so assistant button UI assistant text. So p dot write text. So something like that. All right. So we'll do something like, so if I do this and then say yes, try. Oh, let's just do it on when I press the button. So when we do a handle button, we'll just do a set timeout. I'll do something after 1 second. And the something will be this dot write text. Hello world, of course. Right. So I do this. Press the button. A second passes. We get hello world. And now we'll want to do this. Not this. We want to do this. So we want to do or const text el equals document dot body dot query selector this dot text, right? And then text el dot append child, or we'll just do the same thing here. Just do this before end const text content equals like this. Text in here. And then we'll do that. Actually, it's called text HTML. So it is HTML. So if I do this, I press the button, and boom, it adds it there. So we kind of want to do it at the we want to add it at the bottom. Okay, so I don't like this. So I'm just gonna give it a bit more of a left margin and give it the space for the sparkly thing. So this isn't gonna be like that. It's gonna be position absolute. I think if I just do this, and we'll just say left 0.5 rem. Margin left -1. Is that gonna work? Yeah. And then we'll put the margin on the padding on this. So that's top right, bottom, and then left we'll do 1.5. So the left padding will be a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, minus 1.5. Boom. Okay. And now if I press the button, we get that. So what we might do is like, because I'm thinking, at first I was thinking, like I was just thinking, okay, maybe we'll always show 2 lines. So as you add a line, 1 line gets moved off the top. But also, I wonder if I want to keep a back scroll there. Like just add a scroll bar and just have this overflow. And then just always be aligned to the bottom. And then I can just keep dumping decks in there and I don't have to worry about it. And people can kind of, if they miss something, they kind of scroll back. All right, for now, let's not worry about that. Let's actually implement some of the functionality, right? So let's add some text lines in here. So let's just say something like c.ai text equals, let's make it an object, and then we'll just say fails. We'll make that a list, right? And then we'll just make these a couple of lines of text like that. Probably like that. Like that. And then we'll just do something like I don't know what I'm going to call it, but let's call them neutral. Something like that. And then maybe we can do a few tool-specific ones. And then maybe we can just randomly pick which one we're going to go from, you know? So something like that, right? So, so we'll have a little function. No, write text. So we'll want a function get text. And for now, it's just going to be super random. We'll just say, so we'll have that and fails, right? So we'll say let or const text opts equals choices equals AI text dot fails. We'll output these. And then let res equals choice equals choices and times choices dot length floor choices dot length -1, right? Does math.random ever output a 1? I don't think so, right? So that should be fine. All right. And then instead of write texts here, it's gonna be write text this dot get text. Like that. So if I do this, it's much sharper than I expected. Ooh, that's not right at all. Okay, cool. And now let's try making a random move. It's in text. All right. Assistant action. All right. So, what are our possible actions? Let's just sort of get action or e dot get action equals function. I don't know if right now I want to have any input. We might want to have that, maybe some sort of control thing, right? So we can place digits in available cells. We can place pencil marks in, and I think maybe what we should do is limit ourselves maybe digits in cells that don't have digits in them and pencil marks in empty cells. So let's make the AI never pencil mark on top of the user's existing pencil marks. It might look weird for an advanced game, but at least it's less confusing. So so I guess we'll start with figuring out how to get access to the puzzle data, right? So we have the puzzle, and the puzzle has grid, but also has directly the cell. So I think puzzle.cells is what we really want to get access to, right? So const cells equals, right? So we have app puzzle cells. Boom, boom. Right. And then for each cell, we basically want to be able to say is visible, I think, is, or prop visible value true. Prop visible given true. prop, wait, prop, set value. Or is that normal? Prop, no, wait. Prop visible set, get has prop value. I don't know if it's value or normal. Normal, false, given, true. So we want one where, but wait. Prop visible normal should be false. Okay, so we want to do filter cell where cell dot prop visible. Oop. Where cell dot prop visible normal and not cell dot has prop normal, right? So that should do that. Right? So if I press that button now, okay, so it gets me 42 cells, which potentially could have a digit in them. And that makes sense. So if I put a digit here and press the button again, now it should be 41 cells. Okay, so these are the cells where digits could go. So const normal candidate or cells normal. So these are just the cells that can have that can be filled with a digit. Right. Now for the other pencil marks, I think what we want to do is we want to just find a cell that that doesn't have pencil marks, right? So corner, I think, has prop corner, has prop center. Or is it center? Center or centre? My god. And sometime this year I have to start the great refactoring where I'm gonna split this into multiple files. The central monster script. So normal center with a British spelling. All right, I can figure that out. I should have normalized that to English to American spelling, but maybe British spelling a little bit is good. Okay, so that gets us another filter here. So the number of times I copy what I select instead of pasting something on top of it is horrible. All right, so we want prop visible center and that, right? And prop visible corner and has prop corner. And that should currently be the same number, right? 41, 41, 41, 41. But if I take all of these and put center marks in, and then I press the button, we have 41, 24. Okay, so that should give me all the candidates for placing corner marks. Okay, so right now what I'm thinking for corner marks, I'll just select a singular cell. So my options are singular cell for a digit, singular cell for a random set of corner marks, probably 2 or 3. or a set of cells in a within a box for center marks, or a set of cells within a box for corner marks. But I think I might just skip corner marks at the moment. So in fact, let's skip all of this for now. Let's just pick one to fill with a digit. Just keep it simple. Like I mean, it's a prank, right? People aren't gonna mess with it for too long. It doesn't need to be super deep. And that's better than if it doesn't exist at all, right? So, do I want get action? So get action, the idea was it will return something that we can execute on. But it's more than an action because we don't want to just place that into the queue. So we probably need a set of actions, right? We'll probably need select the cell, or like deselect, select the cell, place the digit, that kind of thing, right? So right now, for example, if we're deselecting, right, do this, we do this. But I think I actually want to do like an action group or something. Or we could just we could just do that as well. So right, get let target cell equals cells normal math.random times this math.random. If it's gonna be floor, I think we need it by length, not length minus 1, right? If length is 1, multiplied by 0, it'll always be 0. I really don't know if random can return 1.0. And it'll be so infrequent, it doesn't make sense. Less than 1, so it'll never return 1. So if we're doing math floor, it will never return cells normal.length. Okay, that's good enough. All right. I gotta remember that I have to do something after the stream. I can't just go as long as I want. So in like 10 minutes, I'll have to stop. So we'll have a target cell. So what I can do now is we'll do framework app. And I think it's on the app that I want to execute these things, not on puzzle. Or maybe we're in puzzle here? No, we're in app. We're in app. Okay. So we can do app.deselect, app.select target cell. And then we'll just do... There was an enter digit somewhere here. Where was that? Here. And then we can just do press digit, target cell, let target cell times 9. Dot floor plus 1. Right? This will skip for a sec. P81I. Do press digit. Okay, so I think I can just pass that in here. Right? So imagine I've deselected. Now I press the AI solver button. And it puts a 6 there. And then says, uh-oh, that's not quite right at all. Right? So we don't want that to happen, right? So probably what I want is I'll probably want the selection square to kind of slowly move to it. And if there isn't a selection square, we'll start at a corner. But it's probably best if I have like a cursor that kind of goes to it. And then, like, I want to make it connected. I want people to understand what's happening. All right, so we have the sort of the bare skeletons here, well, like prototypes of each individual part, but the real important parts are like the connecting tissue, right? Sort of the timing, when things happen, the decision making, making sure it doesn't end up in a broken state. I mean, I'd love to get a little bit deeper, and I'd love to be able to say, okay, if we're moving slowly towards a digit and the user does something that prevents the action, then have the AI react to that. Like, that would be nice. So you could literally interact with the AI and like fight for control of the cursor and stuff like that. But I don't think I have time to do that. So maybe for a future part. All right, so I think at this point I still might be able to do it, but I'll definitely, I don't think I have the time to do like an animated character or anything like that. So scope creep is a big problem. Like even I was thinking like even just to take the digit and start it from here and move it down there and like have it bring the digit in, like the amount of work required for me to just figure out to render this digit at the right scale relative to the puzzle and all that, it's gonna be a bit tricky. I mean, I could potentially take over the puzzle rendering itself. Like once we're on the board, I can place the digit and then move it to where I want it to be and then move it back. But having it outside of the board means I kind of have to replicate it, and then suddenly the scaling of the board, you know, all sorts of styling issues, all sorts of things kind of come into play that I don't want to deal with. So I don't think that's going to work. But I think the best I can do is maybe have a different colored selection and have it move towards the thing. And maybe I can do it independent of the user selection. So the user doesn't, like I have two options. I can block user interaction while the AI operates, and then I can just do what I want. And this probably be the simplest part. Or I make the AI operations independent. So the user can do what they want, but there's like a yellow or a red AI cursor that goes there and it just places the digits there. Because like it can always place that digit. And it doesn't really matter what happens. Like if the user interferes and puts something else there, even if the user puts a 6 there and then the AI actually removes the digit, that's not quite right at all, will still kind of work, you know? All right, I think I'm gonna give this a shot. But now I have another meeting, and hopefully I'll see some of you at SudokuCon in Boston in just over a week. If you want more information, check out SudokuCon.com. Right? SudokuCon.com, where I believe there's still plenty of tickets available. There's a program. You can find out who's coming. Check it out if you're interested. I'll be there, hopefully, if I don't get nabbed at the border or something like that. Who knows? Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry about the disruption on the stream. I'll blame YouTube and Windows. They're both horrible in their own ways. And at the same time, they're the best we have. Great. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you guys in the next one. Well, actually, no. Next week, I'll probably won't have a stream. And the week after, probably neither, because I'll be traveling. I might try to do a quick sort of, hey, what's up from my phone, if I can, from the hotel. But I might also be in a session at the conference. And also time zone-wise, I haven't done the math yet, so I don't know if it'll be the middle of the night for me or something. Otherwise, I'll be back 3 weeks from now. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.